Yup, y'all. So I have a haul for y'all. A haul for y'all. Okay. I have a haul. I have been meaning to do this haul. Now I feel like I have to say it every time. Haul. I've been meaning to do this haul for ever now. If you've never watched a haul of mine, I do not go out and buy a bunch of shit and then say, hey, look at all the shit that I bought. I go out and buy a bunch of shit and then I use it and then I say, hey, look at all the shit that I bought and this is what I think about it. So I basically do reviews on the things that I haul. That's how I do hauls, because I feel like regular haul, I feel like I want to do it again. Haul. Just one more time. Haul. I feel like regular hauls are kind of pointless because people show you the things that they buy and then they don't come back and be like, this is what I thought about the things that I buy. Catch my drift? Okay, if you hear weird ass noises in the background, Stubby keeps walking up and down the stairs and licking himself and like doing weird things, making weird noises. That's what that is. There's not weird things going on in the room next to me. It's my dog. Okay? Okay. So, in this haul, I promise that's it. I'm not going to do it anymore. In this haul, I have a ton of stuff. The first thing... Are you done? Anyways, the first thing that I got... I have to put my phone on vibrate. Is what's up. If you hear it zzz in, it's my phone. The first thing that I got was a slew of Makeupgeek things, and I had totally intended on... He's doing it again. I'm gonna kill this dog. I had totally intended on doing a Makeupgeek new mattes video, and I got sick, and then my son got sick. This is why I've only had like one video a week for like the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's because I was sick and then Aiden was sick and, you know, mommy things and stuff. So I had planned on doing a video on just these alone. If you guys want a video on that, then let me know if you still want to see it. I know it's like totally like late to the game, but if you guys still want a video, these two down here are foiled shadows, which, by the way, why didn't you guys tell me? Where the fuck was I? Like, why did I not jump on this train? This is why I was being a cheap bitch, and I was like, I do not want to pay $10 a shadow for a motherfucking eyeshadow. That is why I did not jump on this train sooner, but I wish I would have, and now I want them all. So these two, I got Starry Eyed and Spotlight of the Makeupgeek foiled shadows, and then I got 3 of the Duochrome shadows, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the, oh, I broke a nail, by the way, so just ignore that. 10 of the new matte shadows. These are a new formula, and I really hope that they do all their shadows like this in this new formulation, because it is literally life. Here are just a couple of swatches. Let me do the little hand swatches. I don't want to make this video like 8 hours long because I do have a bunch of shit, you guys. But these are so nice. They're what I have on my eyes right now. If you watched I think it was my last coffee talk, I did use some of this in this palette. And then I also got this little Z palette, and half of me wishes I would have got the big one, and then half of me was like, no bish, you got this for a reason. I got this little one to take to travel because I have a big one, but I used to be that bitch that would like carry her whole fucking makeup stash when traveling, and we actually, let me wipe my fingers off. We actually travel a lot. Like, we go on little just like mini weekenders and stuff like that quite a bit. And I used to be that bitch that used to take everything. But now that we're like traveling more, I'm like, I need to be more like aware of the things that I pack, because I have to pack them and unpack them when I get home, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. So I told myself, I have 2 big makeup bags like this size, and I told myself, skincare for one, makeup for the other, whatever I can fit in these bags, that is all I'm taking. So I figured if I bought a smaller Z palette, that I could fit more other shit besides just eyeshadows, because like this is a pretty decent sized Z palette, so I can do lots of looks with this many eyeshadows. I don't need to take any palettes. There's that. Oh yeah, I will put a list of all the colors that I got. Each and every single color I have fallen in love with. They are freaking amazing quality. Like I said, if you guys still want to see a video on these, like swatching them and stuff like that, like I will do a video on this here palette, which is all my new Makeupgeek stuff. I also got 2 new Makeupgeek duochrome pigments. I got Sugar Rush and I got Kaleidoscope, both freaking amazing. If you watched my Icy Blue something or another tutorial, I use Sugar Rush in that. I do plan on doing another tutorial with Sugar Rush because I want to put it over a black base, because as much as I've heard people talk about these and do tutorials with them, I have yet to hear somebody talk about the fact that they completely change colors when you put them over a black base. So Sugar Rush, if you put it over a white base, it kind of looks like it does in my Icy Blue tutorial, where it's like this really pretty icy blue color, like it's like this white shimmery color with like blue reflect. If you put this over a green base, if you put this over a black base, it turns green, like teal green, and it's the funniest thing ever. So if you want a video on the pigments and then the shadows to avoid making this video 80 hours long, let me know, girl, and I will swatch each and every shadow, and I will swatch these. My containers are broke right now. I know they had shipped a bunch of them out and had a lot of troubles with containers, and go fucking figure. I was one that got one of the broken containers, and of course, being the procrastinating bitch that I am, I have not contacted Makeupgeek to get new ones yet, because they did say, so if you're somebody that got those and you got broken containers, they will give you a new one. But of course, I haven't contacted them because procrastinate everything. So the next thing that I got is the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette. This has seriously been like my go-to favorite palette. I know I haven't used it on camera yet, but this bitch has been my life. Like, I have a dent in the color Goji. I absolutely love this color. This color here has been my favorite color. My most used colors are Tawny, Burlap, Melon, Tangerine, Goji, and Cabernet. And then this cinnamon color here, I've been doing like this warm, like smoky, kind of no wing liner, kind of messy, kind of thing with this cinnamon color. But the thing that I like the most about this palette is these 2 colors right here are so freaking bright that they actually work as inner corner highlights for pale people. So if you see, can you see? I don't know if you can see it or not. They're really good. So if you're somebody that has fair skin and you find you have troubles finding, let's see if I can do it. See, you can actually see it on my skin. Like, that is a rarity for me because I'm so fair. I think I've talked about that before. Being so fair that you can't see like the inner corner highlight or whatever, and these 2 you can. They're freaking bombs. So there's that. Oh, by the way, if you've never watched a haul, I don't keep the packages because I used to keep the boxes and be like, oh, here's the box. But I mean, what's the point at this point? The next thing that I got was the Makeupforever Pro Bronze Fusion in the color 20M. I totally thought that this was going to be the most perfect bronzer for my skin because y'all know I'm pasty pirate, and a lot of bronzers can go really orange, but I kind of like really warm bronzers. Not orange, obviously, but I do like my bronzers to be really warm because I feel like it just adds life to my face. I know a lot of people that are more on the fair side prefer cooler tone bronzers because they can look really orange on the skin, but I kind of like them to look orange on the skin, on my skin personally, just because it really adds like that like sun tan, kind of sun-kissed type look. Do you know what I'm saying? So I prefer a warm bronzer. However, this is the color right here. When I swatch it with my finger, I can get like a pretty decent swatch, but this does not, like, there's no pigmentation to it. When I put it on my face, like, I watched Kathleen Lights use this in a video like last week or something, and I was like, God damn, like, it showed up on her face. This does not show up on my face. I don't know if I'm using the wrong brush with it or what. I usually use like my Real Techniques blush brush with it, but I have to really, like, I have to use the multitask brush, which is like way denser than the brush, just to get some pigmentation on my face. I like even contemplated taking it back, but I think it's too late to take it back because I've had it for quite a while. I don't know. I'm thinking about taking it back because it's just like, I love the color. And then another thing too is it's supposed to be matte, but there's actually a sheen to it. So if you are somebody like myself that has texture on your skin or that has larger pores, you're probably not going to care for it, because being that there's like a sheen to it, it accentuates that. And I hate it when shit says it's matte and it has like sheen to it, because I have texture on my skin and I don't want to accentuate it. All right, next up is I finally got my Morphe 35.0 in the mail. I'm pretty sure in my big hit or hyped up shit on Morphe brushes video, I told you guys that I ordered the 35.0. I think I told you guys that in that video. I think I told you in one video, or maybe I just told a couple of you that I ordered it. But I finally got it, and it really is, I hate to say it, you guys, because I am that bitch that if something is way overhyped, I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with it, girl. I don't want nothing to do with it. But I will tell you, it is worth the hype. Like, it is so good. This color right here is a dupe for the Makeupgeek foiled shadow in Starry Eye. Do you freaking see that? Like, are you kidding me? And this palette is only 25 bucks. I know every time it comes back in stock, it sells out, but it is a permanent palette, so you will be able to get it. I did a tutorial with this, like a really grungy, kind of messy tutorial. And I didn't post it because I ended up stabbing myself in the eye with Tweezer Man tweezers when I was putting my lashes on. And if you guys remember what video, I don't remember what video it was. It was a few videos ago where I was like, no, I did not smoke a pound of weed today. I stabbed myself in the eye. When I went back to watch the video or the footage or whatever the hell you want to call it to edit it, I was like, holy shit, like it was just a mess. So I am going to do it again. I'm going to do like a really warm, grungy kind of look, like the look that I had on in that video that I said that. I don't remember what video that was. But anyways, it's really worth it, you guys. Like, the mattes are very blendable. They're very pretty. They're really pigmented. Some of my favorite colors are the one that I just swatched. And then like these two brown colors, like this really red brown right here, which really reminds me of that, oh, what is that color by NARS? I can't remember the name of it, but it's like that orangey color. That's what this one reminds me of. But I mean, look how good they are. They are really good. They don't swatch patchy. They blend out really well. It's kind of worth the hype. It really is. So I'm going to leave it at that. It is worth the hype. So if you, whenever it comes back in stock, because I know it's out of stock again, if you can get your hands on it, do try to, girl, because it is worth it. It is. All right, so the next thing that I got was the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. This I love. Like, I freaking love this palette. There's so much color to it. The only thing I hate about it is the packaging sucks ass. Like, it is such a pain in the ass. I don't like that it's not just a palette. Yes, it's cool and beautiful and kind of collector-y, and maybe I'll sit it like up on my little, how's that, does that look good? Maybe I'll set that up there. Anyways, the thing that I like most about this is the little cards. You know how palettes usually come with like little cards that are like, this is what you should do, this is the eyeshadow that you should do, and they're usually like really stupid looks that just don't look that great on anybody. Personally, that's what I think. The cards that come with this actually have like really pretty looks. I've tried like 2 of the looks and they're actually really cool. The thing that I cannot believe that nobody is talking about is the fact that it's a color wheel. So if you, I did hear Samantha from Battleash say it was, but she's the only person that I've heard mention that. But if you are somebody that does not know how to pair colors, this will help you. So if you are like, I don't know what colors to wear with what, if you look at the color wheel and go across from the color wheel, those are complementary colors. And not only are they, you can do the complementary colors, but I can't remember what the other ones are because I did not go to makeup school, but it goes in colors that will blend together. So if you are somebody, like say you want to wear like some crazy ass rainbow eye, the way that the colors go will blend into each other. You know what I'm saying? So like this color and this color will blend into each other. This color and this color will blend into each other. So that way you can get a gradient and get an idea of the gradient. Also, which is something, this is something that I've not heard anybody mention, not even Sam. If you find a color on this color wheel and you're like, I don't know what colors to wear for my eye color, if you go on this color wheel and say, for me, I have blue eyes. If I go on here and I have blue eyes, so I go down to the blue, if you go directly across from the color of your eyes, these here are the colors that are going to bring your eyes out the most. So if you have green eyes and you go directly across, these are the colors that are going to bring your green eyes out the most. If you have brown eyes and you go directly across, these are the colors that are going to bring them out the most. You know what I mean? So it really, really is a good palette for people who are just starting out in makeup or just want to get into more color. If you're a neutral person and you're just getting into color, this palette, girl, is good. Okay, so next up, I got a couple of foundations. If I don't know, I think I cut it out of the video, but when I did my affordable skincare video, I mentioned that the reason why I stopped doing foundation demo and reviews is because my skin's a lot better, and the reason why I was doing them is because my skin was so bad. So I felt like I had such a good canvas to do foundation reviews on. That way people could really see the coverage and really see what that really see what that foundation did. However, I think I'm going to start doing them again because you guys seem to really like them, because I do usually get a lot of views on them. So the first foundation that I got is like an oldie but a goodie, and it's one that I have never heard not one person talk about, and that is the Exuviance Cover Blend Concealing Treatment Makeup. You guys, this foundation is literally one of the best foundations I have ever used. The reason why I bought it again is because my very first like full coverage acne coverage video or whatever had me using this foundation. I used to mix it with the CoverGirl 3-in-1 because the color was off, but this foundation is so fucking good. It is good for oily skin, it is good for dry skin. It is, I wouldn't say it's good for dry skin, but if you have dry skin, you could still use it. The closest thing that I could compare it to is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. It has that much coverage, but it's not so cement-like. You know what I mean? Like, the Kat Von D foundation is like putting fucking cement on your face. You pretty much have to use a beauty blender with that shit. Like, it is so thick, and this is a very thick foundation as well. As you can see, it's like just a chunk on my hand. But this is so much more creamy and so much more smooth than the Kat Von D one. And it, honestly, if you want that freaking like porcelain doll photoshopped look, there's your foundation, girl. It is so good. I don't have it on today, but it's just like an old holy grail for me. I wore it the other day. I just did a chemical peel again, which is why my face is like looking like it's peeling and shit, but that's why I didn't put it on, because my skin's a little bit dry right now. But oh my god, it's so good. So Exuviance Cover Blend, it's really good. You can get it at Ulta. It's like 35 bucks, I think. The next one I got is the Pure Minerals 4-in-1 Liquid 14-Hour Wear Foundation. I have only worn this twice, but I really like it. Like, it seems to stay on really well, and I feel like because I put it under my concealer and then I put my concealer on, which usually I like skip here, but I just wanted to see if it would last, like, because this is where I have the most problem at. Obviously, this is where my shit breaks down. Like, 2 hours in, it doesn't matter what I use, because that's where I'm oily at. But this seemed to really hold my concealer on. Like, it did so good. I did a full day work in this foundation and it was awesome. I like the way it looked on my skin. I would not recommend it for people with dry skin, but if you have oily skin, this is a good, not too mattifying foundation. It's more like a satin finish or like a demi matte finish, but it's really good. It covers a shit ton and it stays on forever. I really like this. Okay, next thing I got, this video is so long. The next thing I got was just a repurchase, but I just wanted to show you guys because this has seriously quickly become one of my all-time favorite powders, and that is the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation. This has become a holy grail for me. Like, I freaking love this powder. I love the way that it smells. I love the way that it makes my skin look. It makes your skin look like rose petals. It is beautiful. I don't know. I just love it. This is really comparable, in my opinion, to the MAC MSF. If you've ever used a MAC MSF, it is a very natural but covering, like not full coverage, but still gives you coverage, you know what I'm saying? So if you have like a really light foundation on, you could get more coverage out of this, but not so much coverage that it's cakey. Like, it's just beautiful. It seems like it never gets cakey. It's just a good damn foundation. So there's that. Next thing I got so much stuff, you guys, and I am at 20 minutes already. I might have to break this into another video, or include some of the stuff in my favorites. The next thing I got was the Stila Eternal Love Liquid Lipstick Set. Y'all know how I feel about liquid lipsticks. That's why I don't like them. Right there. See that? See that? That's why I do not like liquid lipsticks, and they dry my lips out. However, I will say these colors are not, except for Beso, I believe. So you get Rico, Beso, and Bachi. I don't know what these colors are. You get these three colors, and I just really, really loved the colors. This one is, let me do a swatch of them real quick. All right, so hopefully this is in focus, but from this way to this way, because I don't know if it's left to right or right to left, there's Rico, Beso, and then the last one is, no, Rico's the dark one, Beso's the red one, and then Bachi or Basi is the light colored one. So there's like a wine, a really pretty pinky mauve, and then Beso is, hold on, let me refocus. And then Beso is basically like Ruby Woo in liquid lipstick form. Like I said, y'all know I hate liquid lipsticks. I feel like, though, even though I hate liquid lipsticks, I really love the way that they look, but it's hard for me to buy them because, for one, they're like 20 bucks a piece, and for two, I can only wear them for a couple hours before I'm like, get them the fuck off. But I will tell you guys something. I have been wearing these for the past couple of days, and I feel like they changed their formula. If you do not like Stila liquid lipsticks for whatever reason, try this. Whoa, this little set's 20 bucks, BT dubs. Try this little set. Like, I feel like they changed their formula and they're not that bad. Like, they're definitely not as drying. They're not, unless, because normally what I do with the Stila ones is I don't own them, but when I go to work, I will put them on, and literally within 2 hours, I'm like, get it off, get it off, get it off. But with these, I have been wearing them all day, and I've actually been enjoying them. So your girl here might have to go on a little liquid lipstick rant, and not a rant, a rave, more like a rave. Something like that. Might have to go on a little lipstick shopping adventure and buy me some liquid lipsticks. I'm actually thinking about buying like one from each brand, you know what I mean? And doing like a little tester trial. What would you guys think of that? Would you guys like to see that or no? I might just do it for my own personal benefit, but you guys tell me what you think. Anyways, these are really good, and this set is really good. Like, how often are you going to go through one of these? Because, I mean, come on, if you have a bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? How often do you go through a lipstick? Not that fucking often. That's how often. Okay, so I have way too much stuff to continue with everything that I got. So I'm going to do one last and final thing because I did want to tell you guys about this. I got the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, and I got the color Mahogany for contouring, so I'm going to try that out. But Mahogany is the darkest color. I don't even know if I'm going to use it, but it was the coolest tone color. The rest of them were like really warm and you know, I wasn't really down with that. So I got the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the color Porcelain. So everybody was like raving tits about these for the longest time, or for this concealer, like, oh, it's so badass, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it stopped. Like, everybody was raving about it and talking about it, and now nobody talks about it or says anything about it. The reason why I never jumped on the train before was because I was only able to get it online. And when I looked online, Porcelain did not look light enough for me to highlight with. So I was like, I might as well not even try it, because it's not going to be... Sorry, I checked the time. I was like, I'm not even going to try it because it's not going to be like light enough for me to highlight with. So then a girl that I work with was like, you guys know, like, I shop at the wig shop. I always tell you that. A girl that I work with was like, oh, you know, they have that LA Pro Conceal at the wig shop. And I was like, wait, what? They do? And she was like, yeah, but they just have like dark girl colors, because she's a black girl. And she's like, they just have like black girl colors. So I was like, God damn it. So I never went to see. But then I went to buy some lashes last week or the week before. And I was like, ooh, I seen the display, and they have Porcelain there now. So I have the color Porcelain, and you can get this online on like Lady Moss. And I will tell you, if you look at it in the tube, it doesn't look like it's going to be light enough to highlight. When you squeeze it out, it still doesn't look like it's going to be light enough to highlight. But when you blend it out, look how freaking light it gets, like when you blend it out. Is that not insane or what? So I totally got this, not expecting it to even be light enough. I just got it on a whim because it was like $3, and I absolutely love it. Like, it, let me wipe this off before I get it all over me. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, it is seriously, like, I feel like it is my new favorite concealer. It is the only concealer I've been using. It is the only concealer that will stay on my face right here when I get super oily. It's starting to break down now because my skin is peeling. Can you guys see my nose like peeling everywhere and peeling around my nose? That's the only reason why it's breaking down now. But when I am not like in this peeling phase, it stays on so long. It stays on longer than the Urban Decay. It stays on longer than my MAC, and it doesn't look as drying as my MAC. And it stays on longer than my like Bare Minerals Tarte Maracuja creaseless concealer kind of mixture. Like, the Tarte one is usually the one that stays the longest on me of all of them, of the Bare Minerals, of the Urban Decay, of the MAC, of anything. That one is so good. It stays on longer than all of those, and it's light enough to highlight my face. And y'all know I like my shit real bright and highlighted, so some of you guys that are like as fair as me or even fairer may even be able to get away with it, because it is so brightening. Like, it's such a good concealer, girl. It really is. Anyways, I gotta stop you guys in like 25 minutes. So that is it for this haul. Let me know what you guys have been hauling. You thought it was done, didn't you? It's not. So I talked so much my camera cut off. So I guess that means it's time to go. So that is it for this haul, you guys. Let me know what you've been hauling. Can you guys hear the farmer? I hope you can. He's probably looking up here like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Anyways, that is it for this haul. I do have some other stuff. I may just do like a second parter to this. I don't know. If you guys want to see it, let me know. I might do a second part. So that is what's up. That's it. That's all the shit I've been buying. What have you guys been buying? Let me know so I can buy all the things, because I like to buy all of the things. So that's it. That's what's up. I totally forgot what I was gonna say for a minute. Like and subscribe if you have not. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat if you please, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace.